In a time when the CDC reports that only 1 in 4 kids get the recommended daily physical activity, local trainers are stepping up to bring more than just game to our youth. They're bringing purpose. Joining us today, members of the Memphis Basketball Trainers A-Team, dedicated to transforming young lives through faith, discipline, and jump shots. We have Memphis basketball trainer, co-founder Jeffrey D. Johnson, and youth coach, Legend Reed. That's such a great name.
Thank you.
I love that your parents gave you that. Okay, so let's just talk about the program. What is it, and what do you do?
Yeah, so I like to say we protect kids from evil using basketball training. We teach them life skills, we teach them basketball skills, and we provide like a safe space for mentorship, growth, and education. It's kind of weird to mix life skills and basketball, but when you think about it, there's so many correlations in it.
What was the inspiration? How did you decide this is how I'm going to do it?
I went to school to be a teacher, and I played college basketball at Mississippi State University, and I merged the two when I started training, and I saw the impact I had from teaching kids exactly what I learned in school, on the team, and as an education major. All
right, Legend, tell us about your experience with the program.
Well, my experience with Crowns Basketball Academy has been great. I started training over 2 years ago, and when I first met Jeff, he was one of the only trainers who knew the game on a higher level and went to the pro level so he could dissect my game, and we broke my game down to a science to build it back up to what it is now.
Wow, and so what would you say makes your training program different than others?
Well, we talk about God. Like in our facility, we have scripture on the walls. We use biblical principles to not only ground them, but actually give them something to look forward to in the future, like train yourself to be godly, or discipline in training. And all these principles are in the Bible, and we use that as a catalyst, not just about winning, but about growth and development.
And Legend, talk about just what you've been able to achieve by going through this program.
I know for me, one of the biggest parts is I learned a lot about life, not just basketball. Jeff uses the approach of using the Bible and God of being better at basketball and in life. So I learned a lot from that.
All right, from the inside and out. Okay, Jeffrey, you have a simple jump shot drill that you're going to take us through. This is something that you always do with every person who goes through your program?
Ground zero. Okay. We start every kid. Can I use you for a second?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so I call it the L. Everybody can make an L with their finger. This is the formation of our arm, right? Mechanically, if we create an L with our arm, place it on the platter, we have a greater chance of making a shot consistently. So we wide feet, wide base, butt down, we create our L, and when we extend, we're extending over our defenders. A lot of kids like to shoot from their middle, which causes them to shoot it too hard or too left or right, and it hits like the backboard. But with the L, it's softer, it's more consistent, and it's very fluid. You can do this at home. You don't need a goal. You can just stand there and just practice the mechanics of up and extend, up and extend.
So what is it? Are you gonna? So you could do it right here.
Yeah.
Right. So what? So if you're you have no, you don't have the
goal.
The goal.
Yeah. So create the L. Just stand up, come up on your tiptoes, and flick until your arm starts to cramp. That's when it's really working. And then when you do find the goal, you start slow, start close to the goal, and gradually increase your distance. And then when you do that, you start jumping more. And you're going to notice that you're going to hit the center of the rim most of the time. There's benchmarks. If you can make between 5 and 7 out of 10 consistently, you're a pretty efficient shooter.
Can you talk about the metaphors of life and just the repetition and doing something consistently?
Absolutely. So there's one we like to use, discipline, it's momentum. So when we do a drill and momentum will pull you forward, I like to say to kids, if you are out of control, no one can control you. You're going to create a wreck. So the more in control you are, the more discipline, the more mastery you have over your own self, the better the outcome would be.
Okay, what would you say to someone else who might consider joining?
Oh man, just go to our website at trainmemphis.com. Give us a call.
So you are taking people?
Oh yeah, absolutely. We train year round. We train male and female, kids from 6 all the way to 19. And we take new athletes, seasoned athletes. We love teaching the fundamentals. That's what we really focus on.
And Legend, anything that you'd say to a fellow person who loves basketball?
I would say always keep pursuing your dream of playing basketball. A lot of times athletes get discouraged when things not going their way, or coaches, circumstances, but I feel like if you keep going at something, you'll achieve it.
All right, Jeffrey and Legend, thank you so much for the fundamental skills in life and in basketball.